Tre, I know it probably had to be a pretty, an emotional roller coaster a little bit last week for you guys. How quickly, or do you feel like the defense is kind of bounced back after going through all that last week?
As you said, that coming off a loss like that, that is tough, especially that game in general. It's just one of those games that we just have to learn from. And I feel like last week, with everything happening, I feel like we've been taking it in well and just kind of controlling what we can control and fix things that we need to fix as players and as a unit, as a defense. So I just feel like we've been having the right mindset, and we're ready to get back to work today and get prepared for TCU.
What stands out to you about Ruffin? Like, what draws you guys as defenders to him?
Coach Ruff, he's a great guy. From the first day he stepped on campus and the facilities, it was just kind of that guy that the players were attracted to because he's a great players coach. He's always going to joke around with you, play around with you, but when it comes time to get serious, he's going to be hard on you and coach you because that's just the love he has for each and every one of us. I feel like that's just a big part with him.
Has the energy in practice been different? I don't want to say better, but just different?
It has. Last week, with it being our bye week, it was very competitive. A lot of work with our offense, and just being out there, I feel like the defense overall kind of was more relaxed and kind of just playing to their own. I feel like people, players are out there just kind of playing and having fun with it. And I feel like it was more energetic and just more relaxed and not kind of uptight about it.
Tre, one of the things a couple of players said last week was that Ruffin emphasized celebrating success. How have you seen that play out in practice, and what kind of effect do you think that had?
I think it has a big effect, and that's something, like I said, that he has emphasized, and it starts in practice. You have to have fun when you're out there. So when your teammates makes a play, his thing on it is let them know that they made a good play. Celebrate, have fun. Like I said, just enjoy the moment. I feel like that's something that starts in practice and will carry over to the game, and it's gonna be something that'll help out.
Can that sort of help boost that energy, as Bob was asking you about the second game?
I feel like it will. I feel like that's a momentum builder. Just kind of getting everybody around, just like I said, just celebrating the success that one had, making a big play, making a big stop. And those are things that builds confidence throughout the game, and it's a big momentum builder as well.
Tre, you're playing a team that's had ball security issues over the last few weeks, but you guys haven't been able to turn people over. How big an emphasis is that for the defense moving forward, especially getting the offense more possessions?
That's very big, from tackling to just getting our hands on the balls. That's kind of been a lack in our defense this year. We don't have many turnovers, so we kind of emphasizing that this last week in the bye week with turnovers and everything, and just taking advantage of the opportunity. So when the opportunity does come, somebody that force a fumble, get an interception, we got to capitalize on those opportunities and get the ball back to our offense.
Is it difficult to focus on forcing a fumble when you're trying to just make better tackles? Do those two things conflict each other?
Honestly, no. I feel like that's something very instinctive. Some guys just have that feel for it. But the main thing is getting them down, and our biggest thing is the first guy getting wrapped up, and then the guys following up. That's the ones that goes for the ball. But some guys are very instinctive and can do both at the same time. So that kind of just comes within the player.
I know you mentioned that you guys were a little bit more relaxed last week, but it was such a different week around here with some things that happened. Do you feel a week later that it's more stable, that you guys have stabilized a little bit?
I do. I feel like with that happening during the bye week, I feel like that helped us out. Just like you said, allowing us to just get everything situated and everybody can get stable. So I feel like we kind of know the part, like things like how it's going to take on. So I feel like coming out today, I feel like we kind of got the adjusting things and the swinging things. So I feel like it's more smooth, and like I said, it is more stable.
Tre, last week Lincoln said that after the change of defense coordinator, said that everybody needed to take ownership in that. He said coaches, defensive players, everybody involved is really at fault. Is that the way you guys feel? Do you sort of feel an accountability or responsibility for what happened?
I agree with that 100%, and I feel like I'm pretty sure the rest of the players on the defense as well agree with that. People can point fingers all they want to, but at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself and fix the mistakes that you made, and that's when accountability does come into play. It's solely more on us because we're the ones out there on the field, so we have to make the plays and to take advantage of the opportunities when they're there and capitalize on those things. So I do feel like that is important for everybody to take accountability because it's a whole thing. It's not just one person.
Trey, I asked Lincoln this last week. The question of now that you have a change at defensive coordinator, does that automatically mean coverage is going to be better? Does that automatically mean guys are going to be tackling better? How do you guys improve now that you have a new voice?
Honestly, the answer to that question is no. Like those are things that comes within the player. That's on us. So, I mean, the coaches they can make the calls. You know what I mean? Put us in position. But when it comes down to it, the 11 that's on that field at that time, we have to make those plays. We have to cover better. We have to tackle better. So that's the thing that I feel like our defense, we have been taking that apart on ourselves, and just we know that we play a big role in it as well, and that we have to advance and get better as well.
Questions for Trey?